Hey, what's up, guys? It's Tommy here of 3T Fitness, and you are in Casa de Morel. Today, we're going to be talking about ankle mobility and why it's important, and 3 things that you could do to improve it. Okay, your ankles, your feet, are actually a pretty important part of your entire body, and it's one of the parts that gets highly overlooked when people are talking about pain. All right, so we're going to talk about ankle mobility in 2 ways. 1, to avoid pain, hip pain, knee pain, things of that nature. 2, to improve our squats. So, squatting is something you should be able to do throughout your entire life easily and no problem. And having ankle mobility is part of the keys to a good squat. All right, so first we have to realize the ankle is the wrist of the lower body. So wrist can do all these different movements, ankles can do it too, and so that's something that we got to keep in mind when we're training our ankle mobility. The reason why you have to keep that in mind is that means that if you have ankle mobility issues, it can come from a range of different muscles within the lower body. Now, the first thing we're going to do to improve our ankle mobility is test the ankle mobility. All right, so I'm going to do a squat, and I haven't stretched or anything like that, so we're actually going to go through what it would look like for myself. All right, so the first thing you got to do to test this is to keep your feet straight, right? Preferably take your shoes off, and you're just going to squat down as low as you can comfortably, right? So here we go. So that's as far as I can go, right? And you can already see that my toes are pointing out. If I go a little wider, right, I get a little lower. But again, toes start to come out this way, right? So, what you can know about that is that obviously my quads and my outer legs are strong, and then what's going inside is weak. But we're gonna focus mainly on the ankles right now. So if you've ever trained with me, you know that I love to start all my workouts with pass-throughs and pass-throughs and the bow stretch. Okay, so bow stretch. Now, the bow stretch can also be used as a barometer to what you're feeling like in terms of lower body tightness. So, I would like you to grab a mat, all right? This is mine. I want one part of the mat to be thick, while the other part of the mat is going to be flat, right? So, we're going to put it on the floor like, okay. I made a nice booming sound. Cool. So, the first part of the bow move, I just want you to sit on the mat like normal. And you're going to try and kneel down. Okay, now if you cannot do this, start here, right, which is a little bit above my ankles, and then slowly but surely work your way down. Okay, that is the regression of the bow. To do it like so. This is your normal average bow. All right. The next part of the bow is actually move your feet out and try to sit in between your heels like so. And you're going to feel a little bit of a deeper stretch in the ankle and maybe even in the quads. As you progress, the next level would be to put your feet on top of a higher surface while your knees stay on the lower surface. And it will look like so. All right, and that really gets the ankle stretched out. You want to hold this anywhere from about 30 seconds to 2 minutes, whatever you can stand. But just kind of sit here, breathe, because it will feel uncomfortable the first couple times you do it. But then as you do it, you get a little better with it, and you'll start to feel the improvement in your ankle mobility. The next thing we're going to do to improve our ankle mobility is basically a half kneeling ankle mobility stretch. We'll call it that. It has a lot of different names. So you're going to start in this position where it's going to be half kneeling, or otherwise known as "Will you marry me?" Right? And what we're kind of focusing on here is getting the knee to go over the toe while keeping the heel on the ground. Let's say that. All right, cool. So you're going to feel that stretch around the Achilles. All right. You could do this actually standing or with your feet on a higher surface. It doesn't really matter. All right. But what you're going for is to feel the stretch in the back of the calves. Now, you can actually go out a little bit more. If you tend to squat like myself with a wider stance, then doing the out one is a big deal. Okay, so you can also turn this into a double whammy, right? So we can stretch out the ankle and also improve our hip mobility by doing it like so, right? And then you feel it on the hip. Okay, let's just say you're having a hard time. Okay, so in this case, I have a 40-pound dumbbell and a long woody band. This one is about probably like a bit like a medium, right? So then you would take the woody band, go under the dumbbell, right? So now it looks like this, and then just do something like so, and then boom, you have now it's anchored. So after you get it anchored, you're going to put it, in this case, you're going to put it around the ankle. There you go, like so. All right, and then again, going towards the toe, and you'll see that you get a little bit more mobility there, getting a deeper stretch because you have some help. So that is the second one. Now that covers the Achilles, right? And the other one covered the front of the foot. Now you gotta do the other part. So we're gonna do the side. So all you gotta do is basically just stand at the side of your ankles like so. So you're gonna roll your legs. Now, this kind of freaks me out a little bit. Don't ask me why. So you can also do it on one leg. Focus on the one leg, and then the other side. So there you have it. You have 3 ways to improve your ankle mobility. Mind you, this is gonna help you improve if you have hip pain, if you have knee pain, ankle mobility is sometimes the source of those things. Second of all, if you're doing a heavyweight squat and you want to go down deep down to the floor, having good mobility actually allows for that. So I hope you have a good day. Thank you for watching.